Hey guys, welcome back for day 5 of our time capsule project. Today is the last day, the last thing you're going to do before we put these time capsules in the back of our closets and don't open them up for 5 or 10 or however many more years. Today's the last day where you are doing anything with it. So for today, I am on our slides, and this is the time capsule project. It says include some of your personal artwork in your capsule. Here are some ideas. You need to post a picture of at least one, but you can do as many as you would like. And these are just some ideas, some suggestions. You can do whatever you want, any type of artwork. But some of the ideas that I listed right here, draw a picture of your family. Draw a picture of your family, but don't make it just a stick figure picture. Add detail. Make the people look like people. Color it. Make them look like your actual family members. Draw a picture of your favorite things. I have a lot of kids in the class that like hunting. Draw some deer. Draw you out hunting. Add details to it. Don't just draw the deer. If you like basketball, draw you playing a basketball game. Draw your basketball team. Anything some of your favorite things that you like, but make sure you add details. Make a family handprint art piece. Now, this is something maybe you won't be able to do. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Just depends on what your family's up to right now. If your family's even home, some people are still working. But like this example right here, there's handprints. It looks like the dad, the mom, and the 3 kids made handprints, and those are out of paint, and they just listed them from tallest, biggest to smallest. Or right here, there's a handprint art where they did it out of paper. They traced their hand on paper and cut it out and then put the biggest to the smallest. And on both, it looks like they labeled it. So that would be pretty cool to be able to see what your handprint size is in 3rd grade. So maybe even if you can't do it with your family, maybe trace your hand and put it in the time capsule, because your hand right now is smaller than what your hand will be in 5 or 10 years or as an adult or whatever. And the last one, make a picture collage or scrapbook page. So maybe you have pictures of you and your family at home. Ask your parents first if you can use them. Don't just start grabbing pictures. But if you wanted to put some of those into a collage, make a collage on a piece of paper, go for it. Any type of artwork that you want to do. And artwork is super special because it's special to look back on. It's cool to look back on, see what you were doing in 3rd grade, what type of art you were doing. My mom kept a whole book of my artwork from kindergarten through 5th grade, and it's cool to look back on because, you guys are still little, you're still kids, so no, your artwork is great, but it's not what you will be able to do in 8th grade or in high school or as an adult. You may look back and laugh at how you drew something in 3rd grade, or you may look back and be like, I'm a pretty good drawer. But I am going to challenge you, since I know I have so many kids that like to do this, do not put the paper up to the screen and trace it. Okay, do your best job of doing what you can draw. It's okay if you look at a picture and try to copy it, but don't trace it, because that's not your actual drawings. I want to see your artwork. So like I said, those are some suggestions. You don't have to do one of those. You can do any type of artwork, but make sure that you put the artwork here, insert a picture, or have your parents send it to me. Now, that is the last thing that I want you to do for the time capsule that I'm requiring. But if you look on the next slide, here's some optional things that you can also put in the time capsule. So maybe you would like to put today's newspaper. I don't get the newspaper at my house, so I can't put the newspaper in my time capsule. But if you have it, it would be cool to look back on the newspapers from today. You can make a list of what common items cost. So like, what's gas cost right now? What does bread cost? What does milk cost? You'll probably have to have your parents help for that, but if you wanted to list that out, that's fine. You can make a list of your favorites. And we kind of did this on Tuesday, but there's some other favorite things that you could list that we didn't list. So maybe my favorite sports, or my favorite colors, or my favorite movies. We didn't do those 3, or any other favorites that you wanted to list down that maybe you want to remember in a few years when you open this back up. You can also include photos of your families, your friends, your pets. Like I said, make sure that you ask your parents. Don't just start grabbing pictures out of picture frames. Make sure you ask them if they have any extra photos laying around, and it's okay for you to put it in the time capsule. But like I said, today is day 5. This is the last day that we're doing anything with the time capsule. But I'm really excited to see your all's artwork. And it's really cool to look back on artwork that you've done from when you were little. So in 5 or 10 years when you open this up, I know you'll be glad that you did it. I've really loved seeing this project happen. And after you're done today, you can go hide it in the back of your closet or wherever you're going to put it. Bye, guys.